Welcome to the daily political tarot readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Although today we're not just doing political stuff, we're doing your political questions, and then at the end we're actually going to be looking at the nature of archangels. So that might be interesting. Hello, I'm here 365 days of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just put your questions in between like 11 and 12 o'clock Central Time in the U.S., Chicago time. And then during the live stream, please just anytime you're talking to me, please put your questions in all caps. Other than that, please type normally. People have whole conversations and they're really supportive of each other. And we have a great community here because of you. Thank you. We have epic troll slayers who keep us safe too. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. It's an ongoing thing. And yeah, I think that's about it. I was trying to find my... normally I keep things in boxes, but I have a number of cards that I actually keep in a big brown box. And I was trying to find my steampunk cards. And so I think I just found them. Yes. Okay. All right. We're doing steampunk today. All right. So I can move these out of the way. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Don't fall. Don't fall. This could get ugly. All right. All right. Let me set these aside, unless we're having to, we'll just use all of them. Oh, that would be a mess to clean up after, but it could be fun. All right. Hello. All right. Steampunk it is. I'm trying to think what else. Oh my goodness, they're so small and easy to shuffle compared to some other cards I've been using. Some other decks I've been using recently. So thank you. I see Trillium Treasure says, "Oh, I see the Machete deck and Witch's Tarot." I don't have Witch's Tarot actually. Must have been something different. All right, let's get down to it. Let's just jump in with both feet. All right, unfortunately, we're starting somewhere kind of dark. Actually, somewhere very dark, and I'm going to read on this to see if people are going to be held accountable. Will the West get involved? I'm trying to avoid the energy of the actual thing, because anyone who was around when I read on those poor children in Canada know that it just flattened me. I mean, like I had to stop reading and like catch my breath, and I was like hunched over here. I can't do anything to help what's happened to these people. I can pray for them, and perhaps we should just take a moment now, just remembering that we are all connected, that we are never alone. We are all from the same source at all times, no matter what vibrational level we are at. So we don't have to beg or anything or jump through hoops. We just say, divine energy, pour your energy down on Ukraine, pour your energy down on victims who have suffered in Ukraine. Raise the vibration of the entire world and all who are here and all who have crossed over. Raise the vibration higher and higher, closer to your divine perfection, infinite, infinite joy. Fill the world with your divine energy for compassion, for health, for peace, for calm, for goodness, for the best of all. Okay. All right. So the question is from Claudia. Thank you, Claudia. Will the, is it Bucha? I don't know how to pronounce it. Will the massacre change anything for NATO and allies in helping Ukraine? The world can see that Russia and Putin. This is annihilation, genocide, annihilation. Narrow that down. Annihilating. Yeah. So will these massacres get the West involved further? Let's see here. Nothing like war crimes for Russia. Oh, this man. He's got the energy of a serial killer. He just does. Anger. I'm feeling angry, and I don't think I'm alone. Can the world actually come together over the heinousness of what Putin's doing? 10 of Cups. All right, well, that's definitely the liberal the liberal democracies in the world coming together, or coming together for decency. That'll work too. We'll accept that. Oh, goodness. Cecilia says maybe it was done by mercenaries that Russia sent. These groups are extremely vicious. Well, I've heard really horrible, just nightmarish stories about some Russian soldiers. 5 of Wands, chaos. They're not supervised well. They're let loose. They are hungry. They are desperate. They are, this is not good. Page of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. Come on, I do not need to get into the energy of these heinous people. I need to know, is the West going to do something? Are we going to do something about this? Star. Let's hope at least. 7 of Pentacles. Fruits of labor. More and more sanctions digging into Russia. That's what I'm getting. The West, are you going to do something? There's been a massacre. There are heinous war crimes happening. Tower. We want something major to happen. I think we want justice. Okay, so there's the card of hope. We like that. Get this closer so you can see the cards. Magician. Yes, do something. Knight of Swords. Queen of Swords. 2 of Wands. For what it's worth, this is it's investigations, but this is also more military gear. Arming, a lot more arming of Ukraine. Hang on, who was saying that? Just Hermit's Corner is saying the Ten of Cups. I wonder if his family will assist with his eventual downfall or takedown. Putin's family? I never picked up on anything like that, but it's a thought. It's a thought. Magician. This is bigger and bigger pushes. Of course, Putin's going to blame Ukrainians. Blah, 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 blah. Lie, lie, lie. Flips are moving. He's lying. That's Putin. Deania says bad groups of soldiers are in every army if allowed. Yeah, I think that's kind of the point of, because it isn't like, oh, well, Putin shouldn't be held. I'm not saying you're saying that, but it's not a, oh, well, Putin shouldn't be held accountable, because these were things that maybe mercenaries did, maybe, which I don't think they did, but maybe if it was mercenaries, but he hired them. Deania says berserkers are what they're called, and you never want to meet them. Oh yeah, that goes way, way back. Vikings, I believe, wasn't it? Acentua, we're going to be reading about angels at the end. We've got about 4 questions. So come on. Teresa Ford says the abuser always blames the victim. All right, so what, just more sanctions? Sanctions may not sound that hard, but boy, they can do some damage. And this makes it a lot easier to get more materials to Ukraine to fight back. Again, magician, somebody standing up, someone having the ability to stand up. 2 of Pentacles. 10 of Swords. I think I think Russia's having problems with, they've heard about them having problems with their supply lines, but Wheel of Fortune's in the middle, turning the war, the tide of the war will turn. Queen of Pentacles. Thank you, Petrus. Thank you. Death. The tide of this war is going to turn in a dramatic way. In a dramatic way. I've got a death card of Putin, the oligarchs, the rarefied higher echelons of Russia. Russia's going to have a lot harder time getting out of these sanctions now, too. Will people be held accountable? Eight of Wands. Oh, for all kinds of crimes. Artillery shelling of schools and hospitals. I mean, all kinds of crimes. Queen of Pentacles. Putin and his ilk think they can do whatever they want. I did shuffle, but I've got a death card again. Just to belabor the point. Ace of Pentacles. 6 of Swords. 10 of Swords. Yes, people are going to be held accountable. And this actually feels, I haven't been getting an actual change of regime in Russia, but what this is saying is this is an end of the way things have been done. This feels like more money going to the populace instead of just the oligarchs, and I don't know why that would suddenly I think it may just be because sanctions cut in that deeply. And more weapons being brought in, and Russia suffering. Russia being ground down. That's the energy. I mean, ground down. And they're going to have it's going to take a long time to get out of this. Is Russia going to end up like Germany in, actually, that would be a different question, 1530? Will Russia be like Germany after World War I? They're under such sanctions, and so is Russia going to be like Germany with the inflation and the going to end up like Germany after World War I? Maybe not paying maybe paying reparations to Ukraine. Let's see here. Nine of Swords. That's a lot of worry. That's a lot of sleepless nights. That's a lot of worry for regular people. Knight of Swords. Knight of Wands. Page of Wands. Hanged Man. World. They're going to be suffering. They are going to be suffering. Frida Smet is saying that's scary, though. It was the cradle of Hitler. No, that's true. That's true. But these are knights. Knight of Swords. These are the these are like the service people themselves. With a Page of Swords in this right here. Bullying. World suspension in the world. Major Arcana. There's a complicated tale here of how it's going to blow back on the soldiers, Russian soldiers. But Russia's going to have one heck of a time trying to get out of these sanctions. Jay Bromley says history repeats itself. Well, I haven't picked up on a Hitler-esque figure, Russian Hitler-esque. And Ma says soldiers as knights and pages, children growing up. Yeah, I'm not getting this being over a long enough period of time, or happening. I didn't mean like over 10 or 20 years. I was kind of just thinking over the next few years. And nobody has, and thank you for that. But let's not go into details about the war crimes in the chat. I know heinous things have been done, but let's not give energy to those heinous details. Let's focus on justice. Okay, so will that situation bolster Putin, get Putin out, foster a new, I haven't picked up on like new Hitler, new and improved, no. Yeah. Queen of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. Page of Swords. I'm not getting a specific leader. What it actually feels like is the people themselves are getting tired of this. These feel like the military mothers who are getting those phone calls. This is trying to make the economy work. This doesn't, normally the King of Pentacles can be oligarchs, but this isn't the oligarch. It really feels like that sitting pretty Nine of Pentacles is the oligarchs. This is people who just want to live. They just want to have their local businesses. They just want to, do their thing. And then, but this is military. But it doesn't feel like a charismatic leader rising. It feels like a better economic plan and rebuilding the military, but it doesn't feel as. It feels like it's more on more of a level playing field rather than, cult leader, crazy cult leader. So I don't have Putin here. He's not here. Let's check in. I feel like we need to check in on Putin. 22 minutes in. Sorry about this being derailed a little bit, but I think it's important. Putin deposed. Putin be deposed. The person who takes over from Putin, I've picked up repeatedly, won't be in for long, but won't be a whole lot better than Putin. Won't be completely different. But after that, things might get better. But I've sort of been picking up for what it's worth. Putin deposed. Putin deposed. Ace of Cups. That's a new beginning. It's a more liberal beginning. Well, that's what we're hoping for. But let's see what the actual cards are saying. It's a card for the reading. Ace of Pentacles again. Two of Swords. All right, decisions. Big decisions. Important decisions. High Priestess. King of Swords. Lovers. Ace. It's like he vanishes. I think because of nefarious reasons. It's like because of the there needs to be a change in the economy. Someone makes a big decision, but this is secret. Using your higher wisdom, but using secretive methods. King of Swords is a prosecutor, but it could also be judge, jury, and executioner. And the Lover's card, those who are in the Putin cult facing human justice. There's something here. Exactly. Sorry, emergency vehicles. Bless whoever needs that emergency vehicle. Okay. Oh boy. Shades of Tsar Nicholas. Isabel Moss says the Dementors will take him to Azkaban. I vote for that. Thank you, Pamela. All right, so 3 more cards. Putin. deposed, thrown out. Nine of Wands. It feels, I haven't picked this up before, so check with other readers, because it's no one who does this is 100% accurate, including me. But check with other readers and see what you're getting yourself, because there's nothing I do that you can't. I might have more experience, but you are as special as I am. We are each special in our own way, but equal. But I am getting, I'm suddenly getting, it's like, oh, I had a good analogy and then I lost it. Okay, there's, some people say I lost it a long time ago. All right, 9 of Wands. 5 of Swords. 9 of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. This is to get the economy going again. 5 of Swords. In this deck, this is like an arms dealer, or somebody who's giving weapons to some people. I am getting, it's like a, okay, this is, I'll just say what I'm getting. Take what happened to Tsar Nicholas and some of the people around him. Not just his family, but like the Nicholas, what happened to him himself and some of the people who worked with him and what have you. Take the French Revolution, but on a much, much, much smaller scale and more hidden. So it's like there's something that happens and people are held accountable to try to get the economy going again, to stop. I'm getting some starvation in Russia. And holding the high-ups accountable. But for Putin, I'm just getting blank. Like he's there, and then I'm getting a blank. Elizabeth Hayes says, I heard in prison, but nobody knows where he is? Something like that? Jay Brumley, like a coup. Yeah, coups are big, showy things, usually, not always. A lot of this is kept secret. Queen of Cups. This was like the West, and it's like the West is trying to figure out what's going on or what happened. There are holes in our knowledge of what happened, past tense, afterwards. 8 of Swords. Oh, that's hemmed in, but those feel like they're stuck in her a bit. 2 of Swords. These swords are not feeling real nice. High Priestess, again, right in the middle. Lovers. 8 of Cups. Missing. There's stuff missing. Usually this is like evidence, leaving evidence. No, there's something missing. Okay. Well, people might start disappearing. Petra says, I suspect you're being protected by that blank. There's probably a scene there you don't want to see. That could very well be. Well, yes, I mean, a cancer doctor has been to see Putin numerous times over the past few years. Six of Cups, this is young people. This is. I know that's stuff out of I know that's just out of smokestacks, but it feels like a fog back there, and people out here are just young people and people in general just trying to get things going again a little more freely than they were. But there's a in the background there's a fog. Nine of Pentacles. Page of Cups. Two of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. Magician. Well, obviously we know something happens because Putin isn't front and center. There's something ugly behind the scenes. There's something ugly hidden here. Something that happens. Oh, Elizabeth Hayes says, I've been reading for over 40 years and I don't want to pull on his energy. Oh, yeah. And Moss says, fog Putin's propaganda. No, it feels more like things hidden from the people about what's going on with desperate people getting Putin out of power or forcing Putin to change things. But there's Wheel of Fortune and there's somebody new. But communication continues with the outside world. But it's more brutal behind the scenes than the changeover is more brutal than we see. And the oligarchs and their westernized children, because so many of them want their kids in Western schools, new leader. It might even be an oligarch who portrays or is seen as more of the people than, of course, he actually is. But that doesn't stick. That's all I'm getting there. I seems very odd to me, but that's what I'm getting. I hope it helps. Okay, long way in. 3330. Okay. Martin Winter was asking, now that the Russians have regrouped and attacked the south, will the West, capital W West, give Ukraine the necessary weapons to repel them? Tanks, jets, artillery, whatnot. Okay, moving. I feel like I'm being yanked back into the present time. It's like, oh, okay, or near present time. Will they get the stuff they need? Oh, Pamela says, booze and kitty, please. We may. But he's awfully happy sleeping there. So we'll see. Justice. There needs to be some justice here. Queen of Pentacles. Three of Cups. Seven of Cups. It's hidden. They're definitely helping. The West is definitely helping. But there's a fog of war, and they're hiding how much they're helping, and they're helping in ways that Russia doesn't realize. And this Queen of Pentacles, we have the money and the technology and the stuff. So definitely Ukraine being helped in all kinds of ways. I mean, more will come out later about just how much the West was helping. So, okay, 3530. Is it ale or alley? Please let me know. Okay, 35. Regarding Russian aggression, is there any threat to the Baltic countries? Okay, so is the Russian threat, because, yeah, those Baltic countries, they are on high alert. Baltic countries. Is Russia going to attack the Baltic countries? He wants to, but it feels like he's kind of falling backwards and he's like reaching for it, but he can't grab them. His economy's shrinking. I'm getting this falling backwards energy. 4 of Wands. Oh, he thought this would just be a toddle. Just a little celebration, little, yay. Oh, narcissist. Magician. Yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to pull this rabbit out of a hat, Putin. 4 of Pentacles. Death. 5 of Cups. 2 of Swords. He's disappointed. He can't go forward. This is his power, but his economy's cratering. He doesn't have. He can't. There are certain military hardware they can't actually produce. It turns out, because there are specific parts that they have to get from overseas, and they just can't. This is death hanging over this whole situation. I've got disappointment here, and I've got military decisions. So he's got problems. He's got big problems. I'm not getting. He thought he could take Ukraine, then move over, maybe take some other places. Oh, I'll take that country and that country and that country and that country and mille points. Oh, thank you, Laurel. Hello, Kate. All right. Oh, love to Lou. Hello. It's been a minute. King of Cups. Ace of Wands. Tower. 10 of Swords. Putin, you're going to lose. You are going to lose. This is the West. Putin took action, but he ends up with the sword. The Russian army ends up with the swords in its back because of the West. That's all I'm getting there. Okay. Oh, all right. Let's move out of this energy so I can breathe again. And we'll do a couple of international questions. Thank you for being here. Thank you. All right. We've got 2 international questions. We've got 2 questions about the 14th Amendment, which is what's being gutted by the Supreme Court and other places and in states, because weakening the 14th Amendment has massive ramifications. So we've got a couple questions on that. Glenn wants me to have a look at this week, and then we have like 4 questions about archangels. So let me put my skates on and we will go on. All right, 4030. Martin Winter had a question, and that is, will Turkey in the next 1 or 2 years attack Greece? Will Turkey attack Greece? Wow. I'm American, so I'm not used to reading on countries with histories that just go back and 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 back. I mean, I read on the UK too, but this is 9 of Swords. Oh, there's worry. Chariot. 2 of Swords. Fool. Knight of Wands. King of Swords. This looks like Turkey wanting to make a decision like that, but this feels like those little mechanical steampunk beings, quadrupeds. They're being held back. It feels like they're being held from rushing forward. In the center, I've got the Fool. It would be really dumb. Be very short-sighted. Knight of Wands, often a messenger, but it can also be a knight, as in, no, the Page of Wands is a messenger. The Knight of Wands, it can be authoritarianist fighters going forward. But I've got a King of Swords here, and the King of Swords is can be a prosecutor, can be a military leader. Turkey wants to be obnoxious, but there's something holding them back. There's this decision card feels like it's I want, but things would go really, the rest of Europe would get involved, and probably the West, and Turkey would not fare well. Well, Gretchen's asking what happens if 2 NATO countries get into it. Well, you protect the, you shun the aggressor and you protect the country who is attacked. It feels like, and because it's a NATO country, they're both NATO countries. The point is the country if the country who's attacked is in NATO, you instantly get NATO jets from all these other countries. You get US, you get all this stuff. So Turkey, don't be an idiot. You can't win. Oh, Turkey's not a member of NATO? And Andrew Callis? I thought they were. All right, hang on. Members of NATO. Because I can never remember the list off the top of my head. Although whenever I see the list like this, my brain instantly. my brain instantly does the Animaniacs song. United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru. Turkey, it's right there. Turkey is part of NATO. Yes, indeed. And of course, Greece, top of the center column. Yep. So, don't do it. It won't end well for you, Turkey. It just won't. Guess where we're going next? Haven't been here in a while. This name in the name in this question isn't right. Hang on. Yo-jong. It just said Kim Yo. It's Kim Yo-jong is actually her name. Kim Jong Un's sister. Ooh, you okay? Did you have a nightmare? Hey, are you okay? Come here. Oh, did you have a nightmare, sweetheart? Oh, poor kitten. Poor kitty. All right, we're having a little kitty break because he had a nightmare. He's a sweetheart. You are precious. Yes, you are. Oh, with his little toes. Look at those little toes. Yes, you. You're a good boy, Bailey Boo. He's a good boy. Yes. You are so precious. Look at that sweet face. Good boy. You're so good. Good boy. Hi. So good boy. How old is he? That's a good question. I want to say he's about 8, 7, 8. I could be wrong. All right, you. There you go. All right. Little boo and kitty. Little kitty interlude. Thank you, guys. He makes me very happy. Whoops, where did that go? Huh, small problem there. All right. The boo-boo interlude. So at 50 minutes, we're going to talk about Kim Jong Un's sister, who is a whole bag of crazy pants. Yeah. Oh, buddy. Oh, that was so sweet. I can still feel the energy. Oh, it's So nice. Oh, there's nothing like that. There's just nothing like it. It is so great, when you give a pet, or you give somebody something, or like a pet, and you can feel this wave of love just kind of from them to you, just kind of hit you. I don't know that there's anything better. So, all right, sorry, 51. All right, we're going to North Korea, kids. I'd say put on your shoes and socks, but I think we're going to need more than that. All right. Kim Yo-jong. And of course, in Korean names, they put the last name first. So Kim Yo-jong, Kim Jong Un's sister, just made threats against South Korea, claiming they face a serious threat if South Korea tries to stop their nuclear testing. She is crazy pants. Crazy pants. Ugh. Crazy pants. Oh, the pants of crazy. Think of, I don't know. Did you guys have a like vicious mean girl kind of in high school? Did you have to deal? Was there a particular mean girl you had to deal with who was just vicious? And I hope you didn't have to, but who just like went out of her way to be vicious and awful. Now, give her access to weapons. Yeah. Whew. Two of Pentacles. The thing about these old bikes, this type of old bike, is there was only one gear. And you could end up just spinning your wheels, or just like putting in huge amounts of energy without it actually doing getting you very far. Plus, it's like she's in the shallow edge of the ocean. She's trying to get through water. That skirt does not look light. This is a slog. Not only is it unstable, it feels like a slog. There's the devil. Authoritarianism. Seven of Swords. So thieves. Great. Knight of Swords. Aggressive. In the Rider-Waite, this is the knight rushing forward. Loudest card in the deck. Galloping horse, clanking armor, wind rushing by, clouds scattered, very showy. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you stole the money and now you've got the thing. Magician. From this card, I'm hearing in my head, Mwahaha. You're a cartoon villain. The actual question had to be with, are we watching another conflict unfold? I think the actual biggest conflict, the real conflict, is going to come when the two countries are finally reunited. It's going to be hard. It's going to be very, very hard. And please correct me if I'm wrong. I just know what I've read, what I've heard people say. And it seems to me that South Korea, they want their country to be reunified, but they're not enthused about what's going to happen to their economy when they try to reintegrate with North Korea, and the poverty and what that's going to take. And they've got plans. I mean, they have, like, if the country was thrown wide open tomorrow, I mean, they have plans of what it would take to reintegrate the two countries and all of this. It would just, whew. I mean, they don't call South Korea's success the miracle on the Han. Well, the Han is the river that flows through Seoul. Big, wide river that flows through Seoul. They don't call it the miracle on the Han for nothing. There was a lot of work and sacrifice that went into rebuilding South Korea and building it up to where it is today. So, death, yeah, she is death bringer, breaker of worlds, or whatever. All right, Tower, Knight of Pentacles. I don't even feel like there's much to read on here. Wheel of Fortune, Three of Cups, Sun. This is like a fantasy world. This feels very much like this is a celebration. This is being out in the sun. This woman is deluded. And the clock's ticking. North Korea is not always going to be cut off the way it is. They're just not, and that's what I'm getting. But I'm not getting, this is the fantasy of North Korea is going to be the great victor in the blah, 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 blah. And this is like inside her head of her and her brother and the greatness and the, but TikTok. I don't think North Korea's, well, let's put it this way. I don't know exactly what North Korea is going to do, but the sister, I don't use the term crazy lightly, but yeah, she's scary. She's really scary. I'm trying to think of somebody in some character somewhere in some story that would be her equivalent. And I'm having trouble coming up with someone that scary with that many missiles, but she's not actually in charge. She's not Bellatrix Lestrange just because she doesn't get as much respect. But they're not completely dissimilar. Kathy Rawlinson, Cruella. I don't think Cruella can hold a candle to this lady. Much worse. Kathy Rollins says Lucretia Borgia. No, there's a desperation because she can't take over for her brother. I mean, when he's gone, I mean, you can't have a woman have that kind of power. I mean, frankly, even South Korea is very conservative. Very conservative. They're getting better, but so anyway. All right. Oh, where's Owen? Is he still there? Let's check in on Fat, Dumb, and Happy. Okay, 1 hour in. And I don't care what his weight is. Just the expression. Sure, and I was left fat, dumb, and happy. Well, he just is. What I read is that he went to school. Kim Jong Un actually he was sent away to school in like Switzerland, but he hated it. And the reason he hated it is because he found out that outside of North Korea, he's nothing special. There's nothing special about him. He's not smart. He's not funny. He's not handsome. He's not. Chen Glenn says it's actually getting worse in South Korea. They just voted in a conservative president. He plans to target funding that helps single moms and LGBTQ people. They don't have a national LGBTQ any kind of program. Last I looked, there was a very small group in Seoul who were doing their best to help, basically, mostly helping people who'd been kicked out by their families. But they didn't have anywhere with beds. They didn't have, it was very disturbing. So. All right. Sorry, back to fat, dumb, and happy. He can barely breathe. I know in theory, we see pictures of him, but even just reading on this energy, it's like, I'm just getting this slow rasping breath. Could be a ventilator even. Look, the guy they're showing in the videos, the one who's thinner, it looks like him, but the energy is just, it's not matching the energy I'm getting. And I'm not a conspiracy person. I'm really not. If anything, I can be hoodwinked occasionally because I don't look for yes, they found someone who looks exactly like him and they can do exactly, and they've put him in this position and blah, blah. I know some people have doubles, but it's usually not that great. It doesn't stand up to scrutiny, but I reach out for this guy's energy, the actual Kim Jong Un, and I've got respirator keeping him alive. And I don't think he can be taken off of it. That's what I'm getting very clearly. CC Ryder, is the energy with Kim the same blank energy you get with Putin? No. It's very different. It's very much a, what happened to the Tsar? Where's the Tsar? Where's Tsar Nicholas? Ten of Swords. He's on machines. He's on machines that are keeping him alive. That's what I'm getting. They're keeping his body alive. Seven of Cups. Excuse me. Seven of Cups. Three of Cups. Knight of Swords. Page of Pentacles. Fool. Keeping things behind this curtain. She's keeping things behind the curtain. The Fool. It's a lie. Oh yeah, everything's fine. It's a lie. Knight of Swords, so that North Korea continues to look strong. I wonder if they're waiting for one of his sons to get old enough. Chat Wadsworth, do you think they would try to clone him? Well, they could, but it would be, 20 years until you had a full-grown adult, or at least, 15, 20 years. There's no guarantee they'd look exactly the same. Oh, thank you, Deanne. This is the Steampunk Tarot deck. It's very good. I like it. There aren't a lot of decks I like, but I like this one. Are they waiting for his son to grow up, get older? Hanged Man. He's totally incapacitated. He himself is totally incapacitated. Totally. I've never had cards so clear about somebody who was being kept alive by machines. That's what I'm getting. 10 of Pentacles. Dynasty. Devil. 8 of Pentacles. Work. Chariot. 10 of Wands. Burden. I don't have a page card here, but this is Dynasty. It's a very nasty Dynasty. This, I don't know, it just looks and feels like a kid at school. And the burden, taking on the burden of the chariot, the big showy situation. I wonder if they're waiting for his son to get older. I think there might be something to that. And that's the thing. We don't entirely know how old his children are, I don't believe. So let me just put this in here, waiting. Son to come. Hello, dear. Waiting for son to come of age. All right. So now we're going to have a quick look at the hello, sweetheart. Did you want to come up? Here, I'll move this out of your way. I will move this out of the way for the good kid. Because you are the good kitty. Yes, you are. You are the precious. All right. All right. At 109, we are going to talk about the 14th Amendment. And before you fall asleep and go, oh, God, this is really important because a lot of the ways that rights have been expanding over time, and certainly in the last 100 years, has a lot to do with the 14th Amendment of the Constitution. So 14th Amendment section, we're going to talk about section 1 and section 3. Section 1 says no state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the U.S., nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. So these are broad rights that have been given, well, legally have been given to us on women's rights, interracial marriage, gay marriage. I mean, it's a long list. will these have to be broken out to be their own amendments in order to protect them? Because it's the Supreme Court is going to throw things back to the states. And what that means is a lot of these rights are going to just dry up in a whole bunch of states across the US. Not in every state, but in a lot of states. And there are going to be people in those states who can't get out. They're too young or they're too poor or whatever, and they're just stuck in that. So will we eventually have a new amendment that will make this permanent, that we have these rights? Problem with amendments is you need states to vote. Oh no, it only feels like 3 cards. Oh man. High Priestess. Well, yeah, if you make it an amendment, then it's no longer something people can shuffle and hide and do a big card trick on. Sun, 9 of Cups, King of Pentacles. It's the red states. That's the problem. They're the LGBTQ community would probably be like, heck yeah. Women's ability to access healthcare, there are all kinds of, you cannot deprive any person of life, liberty, or property. Liberty. Well, you can't abridge their privileges or immunities. Equal protection under the law. Well, if you don't have equal protection under the law, can women have businesses? Are they limited in the businesses they can have? So these are the states who are in the groups that are like, heck yeah, let's do that. But this is a King of Pentacles. This is the patriarch. Well, this and the Emperor are the patriarchs. But this is human level patriarchs getting in the way. The Emperor is asking, are we going to have underground, like an underground railroad to protect our people? To some extent, we've got a little bit of that going on right now. Oren is saying the 14th Amendment, from what I remember, is also about a right to an education. Basically rights not for children not to be forced into labor, and making basic education mandatory and free for all. I didn't read that this morning. I didn't see that one, but I could have just missed it. So is the 14th Amendment about to take a beating from the Supreme Court? A serious smackdown. These justices should be ashamed of themselves. Of course, they're not, but they should be. Page of Cups. See, it's the most vulnerable who will suffer, but it's also future voters. Nothing like going far, far extreme to make young voters go, let's not do that. Queen of Wands. 5 of Wands. Four of Swords, Ace of Swords, Strength. So Queen of Wands. Yeah, there's your Stepford Supreme Court Justice. Five of Wands. The far right causing a ruckus. Four of Swords. This does feel like the protection's going silent, at least for a time. Ace of Swords, until there's something new with strength. Something new with strength will come. But in the meantime, it's not, the cards aren't as bad as I thought they would be. I mean, this is very much saying for a time. But it's going to be ugly for a while. All right, 1/16/30. Section 3, 14th Amendment, Section 3. No person shall be a senator or representative in Congress or elector of president and vice president or hold any office, civil or military, under the United States or under any state who, having previously taken an oath as a member of Congress or as an officer of the United States or as a member of any state legislature or as an executive or judicial officer of any state. Okay, basically, no person shall be a senator or representative in Congress or elector or hold any office, civil or military, who, having previously taken an oath to support the Constitution of the United States, shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the same. So, it's basically what it's saying is, if you've been part of an insurrection or rebellion against the United States, you're not holding office, buddy. That's what this says. So, will this section be upheld by the DOJ for lawmakers associated with January 6th? They took oaths. They took oaths to protect the Constitution, and then they did everything in their power to subvert democracy, to subvert the Constitution. So, will the DOJ actually go after lawmakers and say, mm-mm. Or will Congress themselves say, mm-mm. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. All right, including you, Ted Cruz, because apparently you are up to your scruffy, straggly little beard in it. Wolfman jerk. Ugh. Seven of Wands. Oh, these people on the right on the defensive. They should be. Queen of Wands, part of the insurrection. Oh, that's also Ginny Thomas. Lovely. Talk about crazy pants. Seven of Swords. That's a thief. There's a star in the center. There's an Eight of Cups. So this is evidence. And a Two of Wands, which is using the evidence of their own communications and us having hope. Because these idiots tried to steal an election. All right, so they're on the defensive, and there's hope. But what does that really mean? Jay Brumley has a good question. Who enforces the amendment? I think you would need to ask the great Google machine for that one. So, seditious blankety blanks, un-American blankety blanks. Knight of Swords. Bullies. Moon draws chaos. 2 of Pentacles, you were spinning your wheels. 10 of Pentacles to try to create a dynasty. The evidence, it just feels like the evidence is just right there. Just right there. Okay, so the evidence is clear as a bell. Clear as a bell. So does that get these people out of office? Jay Brumley, answer Congress. So House and Senate, are they going to remove these members who are very much sitting pretty? 7 of Cups, 9 of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Democrats have gone through a lot to try to get through the smoke and mirrors. These people are really worried about their jobs. I would think this could have multiple meanings. I need to clarify on this. Well, Congress, and I'm not getting energetically, I'm not getting something particularly clear off that card. Let me ask. Will Congress remove these members who are part of the un-American seditious conspiracy? Because the evidence is right there. Will Congress remove these members? Because if you don't do it now, you're basically, it becomes a dry run for the future. Will these seditious members be removed? Will Congress remove these seditious members from their ranks? Yes, it is Suburban Housewife. Yes, it is the steampunk deck. 5 of Pentacles. These people should be out in the cold, but will they be? It's a card for the reading. 8 of Cups. All right, there's the evidence. Queen of Wands. Evidence of what you did. Yeah. Chariot. Oh, those are big hearings. 2 of Wands. There's the communication. 9 of Swords. Worry. Oh, it's in the other direction, but it's still, there's worry. And there's big hearings. But are these people removed? Justice card. I wonder if certain things are going to have to go through the DOJ and the justice system before Congress can get enough votes to remove their own. Get enough votes within their own caucus to remove their own. Because you can hear McConnell right now. Because once something's done, he never has to have a decent excuse ever again. Ace of Wands. Will they be removed? Queen of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. Democrats want him out. 4 of Swords. The judicial branch doesn't want to get involved. 7 of Swords, thieves. 5 of Cups, disappointment. We'll have to revisit this because I'm getting a lot of worry. But it feels like we're in uncharted territory. I mean, obviously there were situations after the Civil War, but in the modern era, Gene A says, just like before, just let people vote them out. And I think that's what the Republicans will say. Oh, we shouldn't remove them. Their own people should vote them out or not. High Priestess. Might be some maneuvering. 2 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, Dynasty. We'll have to revisit it. There's a lot of maneuvering behind the scenes. There's a lot of... Yeah, I'll have to see if I can get a clearer picture. So, Jay Brumley says, oops, Google said it's CAG. Well, then that would explain the Justice card. 7 of Pentacles. So that's fruits of labor. 2 of Wands, 9 of Wands. Communications, feeling beaten up. 9 of Pentacles, sitting pretty. But once the investigations have concluded, DOJ. I'm going to remove these traitors. Hanged Man. Ace of Swords. 8 of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. I'm getting something here. This is a big start. This is a big movement toward justice. This is people being hemmed in. Very prominent people being hemmed in. So, yeah, AG. That's what I'm getting. All right. So, Jen Glenn would like me to have a quick look at 2830. Jen Glenn would like me to look at the coming week. Have a look at that. This coming week, April 3rd through the 9th. Yes, Squeaker Bunny. How you doing? What do you think is coming up this week? What do you think? Hello, sweetheart. Hello, good boy. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 6 of Cups. Should be a good week for Democrats. So that's good. 10 of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. Empress. Knight of Cups. 3 of Wands. 4 of Cups. 10 of Cups. That's going to be a pretty good week for us, I think. This Dynasty card, I think this is, we're still talking about, or they're still talking in the news about Jared, Lucius Malfoy, Kushner, talking to the committee for Monday, Knight of Swords. probably military actions. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is the people on the far right looking what they've done coming back to them. But this is America, and this is a refusal to put up with nonsense and us getting to the truth. Knight of Cups. Could be the January 6th Commission, or it's an active person, an active soldier of, even if not literal soldier, a fighter for democratic ideas, liberal ideas. But since it's between America and this far right, I don't think this is overseas. I think it's going to be a good week for us. That's what I'm getting. So that's what I'm getting. I think it's going to be a pretty good week. So, all right. And, oh yeah, that's a point. Michael Reaney, KBJ's confirmation this week. Yes. Deborah Murphy saying that the Trumps are going to do a deposition in an old case. There we go. All right. So I want to have a quick, let me see if I can pull up a link I can put in the description box, and I can also give to you in the chat, where there was a video done. Hang on. All right. This video, you may have even seen it. I mean, it has 13 million views. Share, copy. All right. So at 1:33, Archangels. There is a link now in the description box, and let me throw it into the chat as well. It's a YouTube video, and it's about what archangels actually look like according to the Bible. And if you really go through the Bible, it isn't this lovely, they look like regular angels, but they've got accessories, swords, or whatever it is. Oh no, nay. If you actually go back and look, they are bizarre creatures of nightmares, kind of, or maybe not nightmare, but they're just these bizarre creatures, based on what's in the Bible, certainly the older books. But I'm wondering if that could be something to do with dimensions. Because one of the things I always thought was really interesting is that the best way to think about an extra dimensional being coming through our 3D. Okay, Pri says, there's a reason angels start all their conversations with, "Be not afraid." I never thought of that. That is awesome. But anyway, yes, dear. Let's talk to the people. Yes, let's talk to the people, good boy. Oh, okay, or we can stand on the desk. That's fine too. You're okay. Yes, you're all right. So anyway, the best way to think about it that I've heard is compare it to if a two-dimensional being like a dot on a page. If it was alive and it was a two-dimensional being, right? So it just lives on that plane. If a three-dimensional being came through the two-dimensional being, and let's say it was a sphere, or it was whatever, or you, or whatever, it would be from that, say, the period's perspective. It would be something shows up, and it would be like cross sections. Sorry about that. Be like cross sections of the three-dimensional being as it passed through the dimension. It'd be weird. Well, apparently, if you think of it in our three-dimensional existence, if a fourth dimensional, or rather, if an extra dimensional being came through, apparently it would basically kind of appear and disappear. And it would look weird to us, but that may be why we get orbs. That may be why it's these things appearing and disappearing. So, but what is the nature of archangels? I always picture them. I've described this many times, and I know everybody has ideas. Archangels are one of the few things that most major religions have in common. I always picture it as the divine as like a giant, think of it as like a giant sphere of pure energy, bliss, highest vibration. And then it's like a fractal. So you get smaller spheres, and then you get those coming off those spheres, you get smaller and then smaller and then smaller and smaller and smaller until you get down to us. Because our higher selves are the spheres above us. Our souls are, yay big. Our higher selves are, yay big, up through the crown chakra. Hello, sweetie. Even for kitties, even for precious kitties. Okay, I'm gonna get down now. There you go. So to me, the spheres that are just off of the biggest massive sphere of the divine, to me, those are the archangels. That's how I picture it. And then the energy has to get down to us from them. Now, is there a direct line? Well, yeah, I think it's just straight through, can still just, it isn't like, it's got to go through channels, like it's a corporation and you're in, the mail room and you've got the CEO and so everybody's got to approve. No, I think it's the archangels or the divine or whatever. If they want to send energy or they want to send something, they just go, the energy just goes straight through. And I don't think at any level anyone would say no. It would just be grateful for that, because it would benefit them to have this higher vibrational energy come through them. So, so what is the nature of archangels? I mean, I have my opinion, but it's just my opinion. What do I know? And I absolutely love that Kate brought that up. The first things they say is, be not afraid. Petra says they can control how we perceive them. Oh, we're getting to that. We're definitely getting to that. But I'm wondering, what's the nature of archangels? Because the other thing we're going to get to is, do archangels filter their energy down through the layers so they don't burn us out? They don't burn us to a crisp. That's going to be one of my questions. But what is the nature of archangels? Everything. They are what they need to be at any time, since they are as who in the chat was just saying light and vibration. Oh, and the language is getting kind of weirdly formal. They are as they need to be. It's the nature of archangels. Okay, I'm getting some weird language here. Nature of archangels. I'm getting mental images of keys, like a key in a lock, a key that their existence unlocks so that all may exist. Maybe it's because they're a step down from divine energy itself. Emperor, that's the divine. And the emperor is not male. I'm just saying that's just in the card. That's the emperor. Chariot. They are the divine. You have to. It's not that the divine is static, but it exists as it exists, and you need these other energies if you're going to be something different, something other, something. Their existence makes all these other things available, possible. Yes, if that makes any sense. Chariot, Nine of Cups. There are more of them than we realize. Many more of them than we realize. They have numbers. I know these are the words I'm getting. So 5 of Swords, 6 of Swords, they go where they're needed. 9 of Pentacles, they exist. They exist at such high vibration. But they are the reason that matter can exist. They are the key that unlocks the door for all to exist. The divine does not need them. It wants them, but it does not need them. It is a way. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm getting a go into the next question kind of thing. So 144.30. If you can tell, I'm having a little trouble getting my logical mind back working. Hello, sweetheart. Hello, precious. What do you think? Are archangels really as bizarre looking as some people have said? They are as they need to be. Okay, I think we might already have an answer to this. They are as needed. I'm getting a mental image of something shifting from, like, taking different forms. This form, that form, something else. And I think because they're trying to make a point, I'm getting like angel, but then like desk, but then like key, but then like and it's just shifting and shifting. Thank you, Sherby. Thank you. Well, in the Bible they talk about the multi eyes and the crazy wings and the Hierophant. This has to do with the church. The institution of spirituality has tried to codify. Seven of Cups, something that cannot be codified. Hermit. We are looking in the dark. We are in the dark, but we are searching in the dark. And do not, if you codify, you won't be able to understand. They are as they need to be. Okay. All right. At 1:46:30. Do archangels work directly with us, or are they actually filtering their energy down through other angels? Because, I mean, if we actually had archangel energy here, would it burn us out? Would it dissolve matter? Would it... Do archangels work directly with us? Do you have anyone here who watched Supernatural? You know, do not look directly at Castiel. Do archangels work directly with us, or are they actually filtering their energy down? They are all. They are all. Two of Wands. Communication. Fool. That's us. Bless you. Bless you, sweetheart. Bless you, good boy. Oh, you coming up? He's like, I like this energy. This is so much nicer than that stuff you normally read on. Yes, it is. Hello, precious one. Hello, good boy. You're very good. You're very good. All right. Do you want attention? Is that what this is about? I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I will sit on your cards. Oh no, we're done here. Okay. The Fool, that's us. The Moon. Six of Pentacles. Charity. Five of Pentacles. Judgment. This Judgment is a giant angel. It's not like, oh, they're judging us. I'm not getting they're judging us. I get that it would start if their energy directly interacted with us, weird stuff would start happening. Objects would be disappearing, other things would be reappearing, it would just be oof. All the possibilities of the universe. And I don't know how long we could survive in that kind of vibration. I mean, we're just lower vibration than them, but that allows us to be in these vessels, in this physical place with these physical things. it would be chaotic, but they want to help. They want to help us. And they're always there. Always, never forget we are here. Never forget that the nature of what comes off the divine is to be as one. To be as one, to be of that high vibration. I'm not getting so much like the way I was raised in the Catholic Church, which is, maybe an angel will decide someone's good enough or decide if someone's worthy. I'm not getting that. We are as one. And I'm getting a mental image of like an angel figure who's like gently cupping a very small little circle of light. We are very precious to them. Every one of us is very precious to them. Oh yeah, but it's filtered down. It's filtered down so that we can do what we are here to do. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the chat. I'm trying to see I'm trying to understand what little I can. But they are the key that makes all things possible. All things, they are the key that makes all things other than the divine possible. So they're the energetic step down from the divine. Is that kind of what we're talking about here? The Tower. It's a break. Ace of Pentacles, King of Swords, Seven of Cups. We're in the material. And we're trying to understand where we're from. What our goal here is. It's mostly to raise the vibration. We are here to raise the vibration. We are precious, as in we are all precious. Kate Priest, what are their criteria for appearing to us in ways we can understand? Ask. Ask. They do not judge us. Sword of Truth. Sword of Truth. And it's pointing straight up at the divine. Sword of Truth points straight up at the divine. And they are trying to help keep a balance. Because of that energetic step down. Going down and down and down. A balance must be maintained, but they manage. I'm getting really complex. Best way I could describe it would be like I would said that the divine, you can think of it as like a sphere, and then you've got these smaller spheres all around it, and then smaller spheres coming off of each of those. Well, they're all moving, and it's all intertwined. Ooh, and it's much more complicated than we realize. Okay. Three of Wands. Two of Swords. Page of Wands. I'm getting compassion. I mean, these aren't the cards that feel almost irrelevant. They're very compassionate about what we're going through. And they feel bigger than, like, a patriarch of the family, or great grandparents. I mean, they're just looking after us the way that because our families on the other side look after us as much as they can. They help wherever they can. But this is much, much bigger and absolutely permanent. There's nothing you could do that could make them abandon you completely. Nothing. Not a single solitary thing. We'll talk about other levels of angels and stuff some other day, but it's 2:05. That's going to do it for me for today, and my brain's I'm a little bit out there right now. Whoa. All right, but I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'm just getting, we are all precious. We are all so precious, and we are all in this together. And I know I say that all the time, but boy, I can really feel it right now. All right, so hang in there. Hang in there, my friends. All right. And I will see you very, 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 very soon. Take care.